quite a while, and it's been a short break for me, but I realized that I want to come back and talk certain things that are important to me, which is the experience. Remember the first video I did about my out-of-body experience? I realized that I missed out something that is very crucial. The thing that I missed out is, remember I told you when I was in the state of, I was in this energy state, this energy force, and I was in space. I remember I was operating based on instinct. That was what I was operating on. I remember I had no thoughts, I remember I had no emotions, but I remember I was aware that I'm myself. I'm aware of the thing that I'm aware of the place that I was in. I'm aware that I'm myself. But I had no thoughts, I had no emotions. I'm just run by instinct. I don't know if it makes any sense, and I think I remember this, but I may have forgotten it unconsciously because it did not make any sense to me. The reason why I think I forgot this experience is because I felt like only animals operate based on their instinct, and because I operated based on my instinct, it made no sense to me. I'm human, I see things on a perspective as a human. Over here as a human, we operate based on our thoughts, and I believe it's our thoughts, our mind that runs the whole show here, and then it's the emotions that also influence us. And it's like, maybe I'll just use a metaphor which makes it easier for me to explain it. Just imagine that we are a spaceship. Our physical body is a spaceship, and the pilot is the mind. The pilot is our mind, and the co-pilot is our emotions. So there are two things running us here. And over there, when I was in this energy state, the pilot was my instinct, and it was so fast. I had no thoughts. The thoughts tend to slow down the experience. Now I'm relating there. The thoughts was the thing that slows us down really badly. So instinct was just an instant. I was just, I don't know how to really use the word, but it was instant. I never had to think, should I do this, should I not do this, should I didn't have those stuff. So it was instant, and I want to be here, I'm here. I want to be there, I'm there. That was how it was, and that was it. And I remember maybe that I will do another video on this, because there's still a lot of things I'm still digesting. There are still a lot of things that I feel that I cannot tell it out because it makes no sense to me. So when it doesn't make sense to me, I just feel like if I tell it to you, it's not going to make any sense to you as well. So it's like I feel like I need to digest it, I need to process it with the filter. The filter that we have here is our mind. So the limitation of me explaining my experiences is my mind. My mind is the one that interprets the entire experience, and I process it and I explain to you based on the perspective of what I experience. So that's the problem. So I wish I could just project my experience onto the screen and you guys can watch as well. But it's just right here I can only give you a visual thing, but the experience is different. So it's like if only you could, I guess, that's where they have the collective unconscious, I guess, and what do you call that? That word, I forgot that word. They always mention about the what the word is not coming out. Akashic record or something. Why is the word not coming out? But I think if you know what I'm talking about, it's something to do with the collective unconscious, something to do with the Akash. The word is just maybe I'll just write it down somewhere eventually. So I believe that eventually, maybe when we all die, maybe you can experience my experience through that. Yeah, it's like maybe, I don't know, it's a VR thing, or God knows what it is. But the thing is, even though I can explain to you, it's just limited. My explanation is limited to my understanding, and also limited to the visuals. And even though I show you the visuals, it's also limited to the perspective. So that's the problem. So that's the limitation, and I guess that's why we need to be in another person's shoe, and that's why it's like I need to be in your shoe in order to understand you. So you need to be in my experience, that you can understand what I'm talking about. But it's not that severe that you need to be in it. It's just a thing that I realized that I was operating on my instinct, and it was very fast. And I realized I was this energy, and it was like a very, very bright. And I remember, if I'm not mistaken, I remember the color was I'm not sure whether it's golden or yellow. I really don't know. It's somewhere there. It's either one of it, and I'm not sure either what is that. But I remember I was like a burning thing, and it's not burning either. It's a force. It's an energy. I don't know whether maybe it's golden. I guess maybe it's golden, maybe. But I remember it was very, very swift. It's swift, and well, that was all I remember. And I remember it was round. Yes, it was round. And I don't know how I know. It's just like I'm aware that that's me. I'm aware, but I'm not thinking. There's no thought there. And yeah, I don't know how I know that I'm that as well. And I was moving so fast, and I was used to that. It's nothing. I didn't question, why am I like this? Why is this? Who am I? There was no question. I never had all those things. I just followed my instinct, and I was operating on that. So I don't know, that's why the reason why I didn't talk about this is because I always relate to instinct as animals. We operate based on instinct. Instinct is animal, and when I think about instinct animal, I felt like, okay, it's not really right. It's not really, instinct, you feel like it's something bad or something not good, because animals, if they use their instinct, they just don't know how to think for others. So it's something I felt like was bad. That's why I didn't explain it as well. That's the reason why I didn't mention it, because I thought that if animals operate in instinct, it means that they're just wild and not good. So that's also the reason why I forgot about it. But now, as I remember back and I try to process the experience, I realized that I was operating based on instinct, and I also understand that animals operate, and then I realized that they are more pure than us. Yeah, they're more pure than us in that sense because of that instinct thing. But that's a different topic now. Well, I just wanted to do this video to talk about my experience and to just share this experience. Yeah, I hope you guys have a nice day. I'll talk to you guys soon.